Welcome back to The Wonderful Life. We're Tim and Deanna. In this episode, we visit Key West, Florida, while making our first port stop aboard the Celebrity Apex cruise ship. While there, we decided to try some key lime pie. Actually, a lot of key lime pie. So, let's get this adventure started. Let's go.
Good morning from Key West. It's our first port on the Celebrity Apex cruise that we're on. Beautiful day. The sun is shining. We can't wait to go out and explore.
We got up extra early so that we would have breakfast and get on our way, and that didn't happen.
It's our first day here. We are going to be exploring, definitely trying a little bit of key lime pie. Till later. Bye.
Our mission: to find and consume and rate the most acclaimed key lime pies in Key West. We've researched a number of travel websites and compiled their ratings. Now it's our turn to try them all. Or die trying.
Just get it to go.
Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to go to the 7 or 8 cafes on the island that claim to have either the original or the best key lime pie, and we'll be rating the key lime pie. We didn't get a slice for each of us. I think we'll split it because after
the
8th full slice of key lime pie, I don't believe we'll be able to make it back to the ship.
So we just walked from the ship to the Moondog Cafe and Bakery. What a cute little place this is on the corner of Whitehead Street, and I don't know what the other cross street is, but no, it's a really cute little cafe. They had some Christmas pastries in there, and so we are going to go ahead and get ready and taste this, and we will rate it.
Get some footage of the pie. Hold on, let me move the camera away from us and to the prize here.
Looks pretty good. Looks like a meringue on the top and a sprinkle of key lime zest.
Alrighty.
Need to get
enough of the pie. Back to me. Here's 2 forks. I could put the bag away so you don't have to hold on to that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So here we go.
It's shifted a bit.
It did shift a little bit, but it is kind of really pretty. It's very pretty.
And it's very humid here right now, so the pie will melt before we eat it.
It's not going to melt. Okay. First taste here.
First of many. Since we didn't eat breakfast,
this is our breakfast.
To grab coffee on the ship and a bottle of water. So
that's very good, Tim.
This will serve as our sustenance.
So we're going to rate these, and then we will have a recap later in the day of which one we think is the best. Not that our opinion matters, but we thought it would be a fun thing to do.
The rating system in this case will be the traditional forks, from 1 fork to 5 forks, with 5 forks being our favorite key lime pie. Not saying it's the best key lime pie, but
and another taste.
what appeals to strange people such as us.
And the price here was about $10 for 1 slice.
Got kind of graham cracker crust going there.
Graham cracker crust, a meringue, and then the key lime pie itself in the middle.
My plan is to do most of the talking and watch Deanna do that. She won't realize that she suggested the bulk of it.
Very good.
It's a little like a grass on top. They like shaved something like a zest.
Yeah, I already said that.
You don't know. You called it.
I did.
So that's
the key lime zest.
That's the zest. You say. There, I got crust for once. Since you ate that giant triangle.
Well, since we don't have anything to compare this to other than what we've already had back home, I'll give this a 5 fork for now, but it may go down in the ratings later depending on what we see after this.
What's this preliminary ratings?
Preliminary for me, because I have nothing to compare it to.
We should take a forkful and put that in our pockets, and then try them all at the same time. I think that might be the best move. Well,
you didn't say anything.
You don't want to put a forkful in your pocket for later?
You were actually waiting for me to respond to that?
Yeah, we don't want to
He's a dork.
All of this at the same time. So you folks at home, we're just these weird people standing on a street corner eating key lime pie.
With a bunch of people walking by us.
Yeah. We fixed the camera and I turned it so I wouldn't get
gonna have
trampled.
More? Are we done for now with this one?
No, not quite. I still... Yeah, we could sit down and eat this, but
we chose to stand instead against the brick wall.
Wanted to be like it was back in olden days before the chairs had come into fruition. They had invented seating back early Key West. Yeah, it's exactly what I would expect.
But compared to what we know already,
well, it's a cut above what Baker Square, which I don't know if are there still Baker Squares?
There is on the northwest side of Chicago.
Formerly Poppin' Fresh. They aged myself.
And we have key lime pie at like other restaurants near us, and it's good, but this is definitely better.
Ooh, I'll leave it there. All right, well, you don't have to watch us eat this whole slice. And we don't want to watch ourselves eat this whole slice. So that'll wrap it up for one. I think we're both rating this one a 5 fork, but preliminarily it could change.
It could change because it's our first
conditions.
Stop. So
yeah, if this was our one and only stop, it would be 5 forks.
So yeah, Moondog Cafe, definitely a thumbs up. And we will see you soon. Good morning. Hi. You have different size coffees or regular? So one coffee with cream and also a slice of key lime pie.
Hi, welcome back. We are at stop number 2. This is on Thomas Street. This is called
Blue Heaven. There's 2 different places for Blue Heaven. There's an actual restaurant, which is on one side of the street with a bar, and then a little cafe across the street, which basically just sells key lime pie, banana bread, which looked good as well, and coffee, and they actually have a bar as well.
We've got a slice of their key lime pie, which is...
It is huge.
Different. We got a little coffee. But yeah, that's a lot of meringue. That's like a iceberg.
And it's actually got the whole... I am not a chef, but it looks like it has that that torched look on the top. But we just got a coffee. We're not ready for alcohol yet. And we are sharing our slice of pie number 2.
Yeah, everyone's getting
Mimosas, Bloody Marys. We're not there yet.
I don't think that goes with key lime pie very well. Coffee seems more.
It does not.
It does nothing. Like I said,
you could taste it first this time.
I don't know if I could get that much meringue in my mouth unless I just have a fork full of meringue. I'm going to break it.
It is definitely a different type of meringue. I guess the meringue that we had on the last one was a little more whipped cream-like, now that I'm thinking about it. When we were over at Moondog, this one is actual meringue. So I apologize to any of you chefs out there or people that actually cook, because this is new to us. And I'm going to start at the end because I don't want all of that.
Yeah, you're better off, I think, because
Okay.
have the meringue in my must.
I like the crust the best anyway, typically. Okay. I'm afraid this is going to spill. Can I have a napkin? Please. Thank you, dear. Okay. Let's try this.
I'm not loving it, personally. I don't know about you.
I'm thinking as I'm chewing. It's good. It's got more of a key lime taste than the other one did.
It's just that maybe I had too much meringue. I just
try the end.
The crust didn't.
The crust is good, but I like the other one. I think I like the other one better.
Thicker, and it was crisper. Yeah, it's no mushier. And it's no, it's like a gooier feel.
Well, you mean the actual consistency of the pie itself, not the meringue? Yeah,
the combination.
It's stickier.
Even the key lime pie part is a little putty-ish. And it's a little freakish looking.
That doesn't matter.
It had to be complicated to get the meringue to stand up at that 90-degree angle or 45-degree angle.
Yeah. It's good. Better than what we get at home still. But in comparison to Moondog Cafe, it is maybe a 3/4 instead of a 5.
I'm going to go lower than that. I think I'll go with maybe a 2 fork is my guess. It's not my favorite. Yeah, I didn't appreciate that first one. If only I had a forkful of that one.
In comparison to this?
In my pocket, as I suggested, I could sample that.
That would be very difficult to do.
Probably. I brought Ziplocs. But yeah, I would give this a 2. I'm still giving our first stop the 5.
On another note, this is a really cute place.
Yeah.
Moondog Cafe was cute too, but this is just different. This is very artsy.
Yeah, we're actually eating on top of the bar. Is like a band shell. So I think they have live music. There's instruments around us and mic stands and a piano behind us as well.
And the table itself, maybe I'll take a picture of the table when we stand up. It's a Formica table, but it's got inlaid of like really cute art thing.
It's religious, St. Francis.
Is it?
Let's see.
Well, that's why I like it then, because he was the patron saint of all animals.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I'm finished with that.
That kind of wraps up this one. I don't want to overdo the pie. Oh, for price. I paid a total of $14, but it included the coffee and the pie. So I'm assuming it's still about $10 and $4 for the coffee. And it's a cash-only place. So you have to have cash.
Which is unusual in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to...
the restaurant across the street may take credit cards, but this little cafe is only cash.
On to location
number 3. See you soon. Hi everyone. We are now at stop number 3 of our key lime pie excursion. We are at the
Key West Cuban coffee shop.
There you go. I had Tim say it. Might have to put some bloopers in there. Anyway, it is a much different looking key lime pie compared to what we had earlier. Price is probably still similar. We bought a chai latte to share iced and the key lime pie. This key lime pie looks different. It's much smaller, but even the consistency looks different. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one to see if I like it any better. They're still saying that this is the number 1 place, so we'll give it a shot here. But yeah, it's more of a gelatin, and it's kind of a cream color instead of that lime green color that everyone's used to, or sometimes it's more of a really light cream color. This is darker. It's totally different than what we're used to. It's tasty.
I imagine they have key limes in Cuba as well.
I assume. But it's very good.
It's highly rated, but I don't know. They can compare to stop number
the whipped
1.
cream is starting to melt. I'm gonna try another piece. It's softer. Totally different than everything we've had so far and what we're used to at home. You have to try this.
Yeah, you have to establish your 4th
My rating? I'll give it a 4.
A 4 fork.
I still like the Moondog better.
We're sticking with 5 on Moondog for now. It's just getting tougher, and this is only stop 3, so we have 7 total stops planned. Let's see if I can
flip your camera.
With my napkin in case I can't. It's a struggle. This key lime pie will wind up being our breakfast and lunch at this point, and will we be able to eat dinner when we're done?
Yeah, it's probably, it's definitely a struggle, I'll be honest. We're only on 3 and we have 7.
It's almost a key lime cream pie. I mean, it's you're missing the meringue. You got whipped cream, so like a coconut cream pie, but in a key lime form. And there's little shards
pieces
of lime sticking out of the. We'll see that.
I told you it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's tasty. It's good. It's just not what you would expect at all.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, the same flavor. Little different,
a little different consistency, and I even think it's a less intense key lime flavor. It's very subtle.
Not as gummy as the second stop. Not as sweet as the first stop. Yeah, it's a little bit more. There's more texture to it. I think you're right with the 2. I give this a 2 fork.
What did you say?
It's not my favorite, but
how many forks?
I give it 2 forks.
Still?
Yeah.
Wow, you're tough.
Yeah, it's not. I keep this. This is very close to stop number 2. But yeah, it's not. Maybe it's just that we're out in the humidity and we're walking. But I don't know. The first one.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a funny.
Well, I could change my ratings. I think this one's better than the last one we had.
maybe 2.5.
Okay.
There's such thing at the half a fork. Like a dessert fork.
Okay.
It's like two dinner forks and a dessert fork, I'm thinking, if I had to do that. But yeah.
You okay over there?
Yeah, this is a tough start to the day.
We did take a break in between stop 2 and 3, and we went to the Ernest Hemingway Museum, which will be another video in itself. So.
Yeah, so it's like eating dessert right after walking through like cat house. There's a lot of cat smells in Ernest Hemingway's house. I love cats, but those cats kind of rule the house, and it smells like it. So that doesn't get your appetite going.
So I guess we can wrap up this one. We're gonna take another walk to the southernmost point of Key West, I guess the United States, where we'll be 90 miles from Cuba.
Yeah, only 4 more slices of key lime pie.
Yeah, we may have to take a break and grab like a sandwich and real food in between.
Yeah, I wish this was at least the halfway point, but not quite.
We're not quite there. Almost.
Wish us luck.
Anyway, bye for now. We'll be back.
Hi, we are at what would have been stop number 5, but now it's stop number 4. The last place we went to was right near the ocean, near the southernmost point, but there was a lot of that seaweed.
Sargassum, and it was smelly.
Yeah, so the restaurant our cafe was out on the water, so.
And it was also closed when we got there.
Fortunate.
It didn't open until 11:30. We were there about 11:10, and because of the smell, it was giving me a headache, so we decided to X that one off the list and move on to the next one after that. But we did take a quick break, had a lobster roll at a restaurant called Mangoes. It's fabulous, very relaxing, good music. It was a really good restaurant. They were decorating for Christmas, and it was a good vibe.
And I was pretty desperate for real food and key lime
pie.
So
we shared.
So I took a bite out of mine before I even had a chance to take a picture of it, and had cut it in half. So the picture I could post right here is a half of a lobster roll.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but it was good. Maybe not as good as the New England lobster rolls that we've heard amazing things about, but that's another bucket list cruise for us. So
another thing that was amazing is the ice water, because the walk from the southernmost point to lunch,
it was very
it's a little humid hot. So the water was like from God. Right now we are, like I said, this would have been stop 5. It's stop 4, and Sky Island Eats. And since we've got solid food in our stomach that isn't key lime pie, we are sharing
a Mai Tai. So cheers.
And they're known for their Mai Tais. So we each got a shot of Mai Tai to prepare us for this. I just lost a pineapple leaf.
You did. There you go. I'll stick it right back in there.
As good as the promotional shot we got.
Yeah. So now, that was good.
Deanna changed her rating on one of the key lime pies. Which one was that?
I changed my rating on the Cuban restaurant that we were at. I am downgrading that from a 4 to a 3 because I took a couple more bites after we turned the camera off, and I don't know. It didn't hit the spot the way the first one did at the Moondog Cafe.
Yeah.
So that's still our number 1, and we will see how this one is.
I got to get an image of that, so I'm going to take the camera off of ourselves and onto.
So they gave us extra whipped cream because there's 2 of us sharing. This looks really good.
And strawberry slices in the whipped cream. So
yes, this looks like, instead of a meringue top, it looks more like a It's just like a foamy top instead. It's not like a really big one like the other ones.
Who would love this presentation would be our dog Finn, who is addicted to pub cups. He holds us hostage and
This is true.
won't do number 2 unless we're near a Starbucks.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead
Now that
and
we've
get
talked
us
about
started.
number 2, let's dig in.
No, I'm a nurse, so it doesn't bother me. However, I apologize for Tim's comment. All right, I'm starting at the crust because that's my favorite part usually. I'm not a big whipped cream fan, so I will not be using whipped cream. Have a napkin, please.
Sure.
Thank you. There's a little powdered sugar on the top. Kind of it looks like a gooey meringue top, but it's not really meringue. It's just like super thin. Wow.
That's good.
Definitely better than the last 2 we had.
I don't know. Plus the island vibe here. I mean, it's nice. Like the third.
Oh, this is really close to the first one, and it's a little less sweet.
There's a second spot that had kind of this eclectic look about it. But
Yeah, but
this looks much better.
all right, your turn.
Start up the key lime pie and add a little whipped cream to mine. Just me.
There.
You just presented this way. You have ate it the way it was meant to be.
Really?
You can. Yeah. Very good. This is
my number 1 right now.
it's like the first one, but it's not sickening sweet.
Yes.
The crust is thinner.
Not as big of a meringue top. It's very thin on the top, like I said before. It's got a little bit of the toasting on it. The key lime part itself is that it's a gelatin, almost a flan type consistency. The crust is amazing, and yeah, no, this is my number 1
That's
so
not
far.
heavy. It's the lightest
light.
one we've had so far. It may not have the lime rinds and such, but it has a very good flavor.
Yeah. All right, I'll try it with the whipped cream this time.
Fair. Yeah, it doesn't.
Definitely good.
Yeah, it's not heavy like some, and it's not gritty, and it's not. I don't know. It's not. It's thick. It just feels lighter.
And it's not super big. I don't know what the price is here. The one that we had at the Cuban cafe was $8.50. But then we had that chai, which brought it up over $20. Does that wound up being like a $9 coffee for some reason? I don't know why.
The Mai Tai could have some effect on my rating.
You took one sip of the Mai Tai, so I don't think so.
No.
It's our first drink today. As you can see, I'm still drinking water.
Yeah, that's the second and the third key lime pie. We ate. Well, I guess we ate
Almost all of the first one.
The first one and the third one. The second one, not so much.
The third one was super small, though. It was it was like that big for. So I wouldn't even say that, but because we still left some of it. This one I could probably finish because it's my favorite so far.
But yeah, the server has been really cool, and
Augustus. It's a very cool vibe in here. Very artsy again. I'm liking Key West so far just for that reason.
if I filmed all of the things we saw, it would probably be an hour long
that
video.
Would be too much for you guys.
So this is the greatest hits Key West, but we are experiencing all of it. It's just, you gotta come here and see it for yourself.
For our 4 so far, my number 1 is Kaya Island Eats. My number 2 is Moondog Cafe. My number 3 is Blue Heaven Cafe. And I guess it's tied probably with the Cuban Cafe.
I'll say this would be a 5-4.
Yes, definitely a 5-4.
And now that I've had something to compare it to that puts Blue Heaven, which is our first or what was it? Blue
Blue Heaven was our third or our second place.
second one. So the first one was
Moondog.
Moondog. These names are too much for me. Moondog was a little heavier and a little sweeter, so I have to lower it here. So I'll make it a 4, and this would be a solid 5.
Yep. I am right on board with Tim. Maybe being together over 30 years, we've become the same person. I don't know. But anyway, so we will wrap up this place, and then we have 2 more to go. We're going to probably do a little shopping and check out the other places, and then head back on the ship later on this afternoon. It's currently about 12:30.
This is one key lime pie I'm not dreading finishing.
Yeah, definitely
and
not.
A Mai Tai is...
Yeah, we'll finish the Mai Tai first. Well, we'll finish the Mai Tai first. Cheers. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, everyone, we are at the 5. Number 5, or did we, because we switched? Yeah, because we had 7 first, right? And now we're at number 5. We're at Kermit's, which is supposed to be one of the best key lime places here in Key West. So it's also the cheapest. Like, I think the key lime pie is a smaller piece. Put it in like that. It's in a little container, and it was $5.95, I think. So it's the cheapest out of all of them. After we left, Haley's the last one that we were at. I think that one was $8 or so, or $8.50, something like that. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to give this one a shot. It is a smaller piece. Looks similar to the last one without the little meringue topping. Pretty good. It's very limey, so it's a little more sour than some of the other ones that we've had. But it is definitely tasty. I'm not quite sure it's my number 1 though. I'll let Tim try.
Smaller, which is welcome.
Which is definitely healthy.
Well,
yeah.
Welcome at this point after 4
Measures.
key lime pies. Yeah, this is not like a meringue again. This is more like a whipped cream kind of thing. It's more tart. It's almost like a key lime pie back home.
It is. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I don't know. Yeah, it's almost like the one, even the kind you would buy frozen and thaw. Back home, and I still more. It is more sour.
It has a sweetness to it, but it's definitely got a tartness as well, more than any of the other ones that we have had. There's a butterfly. This particular place, Kermit's, is on Duval Street, not too far from the port. And they've got this really cute back patio with a water fountain thingy and lots of plants and some chairs that you can sit in and just have your pie here.
Yeah, not just traditional key lime pie here. They have it on a stick.
Oh, yeah, they have that too. I forgot.
Dipped in chocolate, which is an odd combo.
It's good.
We were scaring everyone away.
I was just going to say that.
Pull our camera out, and I think people don't recognize that the camera's facing us and not forward. It's an optical illusion, and no one wants to be caught on camera stuffing their face except for us.
Very true. Yeah, definitely very similar to what we would get back home. No question. It's good. I'd probably not rate it up there with what we just had, though. And I'd probably... it's a different flavor than what we had at Moondog. It may be a 3.5 for me.
It's closer to the place we went to second. What was that?
The Blue Heaven place.
Blue Heaven, yeah. It's closer to that. Consistency, it's kind of a little oily. I don't know. It just seems...
Well, Blue Heaven had that like huge meringue top, though, which is different.
Yeah, that too, but the filling was...
But the filling is similar.
It's a little heavy.
It is, yeah.
Not really a melt in your mouth kind of key lime pie.
So pie is still my number one.
And
Blue Dog is still... Our Moondog is still my number 2. And now I'm confusing them all together. Because we did Blue Heaven, and I just combined the two. This is probably
one of the most well-known places, and it's closer to the port, and it being on Duval there's a lot of traffic here, but I don't... Yeah, by comparison, no, I think we're still...
And it is good, and I like the tartness of it. So you could definitely taste the lime in it, but I liked the lighter one better.
But yeah, the combination of sunlight with no clouds and humidity and an immense amount of key lime pie that I think...
Need lots of water.
Yeah,
Hence the water bottle.
Yeah, I'm suffering.
Well, you could drink water.
Well, it's for a good cause.
You choose not to drink water.
But we're saving you this trouble. We're taking the bullet for you.
So now if you ever come to Key West, you will know where the best key lime pie is, and you don't need to do what we're doing.
You could suffer and try them all if you'd like. I wouldn't recommend it. Or I'd go to one of the places at the top of our list.
As you get to know us, you will realize that this is how Tim is all the time.
Yeah.
So you'll either like it or you won't. Hopefully, if you do like it, you'll subscribe and hit the like button. So we really appreciate you watching. We have one more stop to go, so we will be back in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see you closer to the cruise port, and one more slice of pie.
Hi everyone, we are back on the ship. Got a little cleaned up after kind of a hot, sweaty day out in Key West. We walked back over to the last spot on our key lime pie comparison tour, and it was closed. So the place name was a Hot Tin Roof Restaurant. It was right on the pier off of Duval Street, and it's a really cute little area. However, they close. They do breakfast, and then they do like an hour for lunch, and then they close until dinner. And we did have that written down, didn't realize what time it was, and we missed it by about 45 minutes. So we were not able to include that in our tour, which is probably for the best because we had a lot of key lime pie today.
Just glad to be back on the ship. But it starts to get kind of hot, humid, and ingesting sugar nonstop doesn't help the situation. Glad to be all cleaned up and ready to take on the evening. But we have to give you the results. We wound up of the 7 key lime pie places. It narrowed down to 6 because the first place had kind of that seaweed thing going. And then it narrowed down to 5 after after the last place wound up being closed. So of the 5 key lime pie places that, at how we chose the places, we looked at things like TripAdvisor, we looked at online reviews, and narrowed it down and gave each location a few points. There's one other place that was going to be closed today to begin with, a place called Red Shoe Island Bistro. They were closed all day, so it was off the list. But otherwise, the top 7 in order. Let me rate the ones according to the internet that we went to. Number 1, according to the internet, is Kermit's. Number 2 is Blue Heaven. Number 3 is Moondog Cafe and Bakery. Number 4 is Kaya Island Eats. And number 5 is the Key West Cuban coffee shop. Things weren't exactly in that order by our...
Not for us.
Yeah,
Nope.
Yeah, they're, one of their lower rated ones was our top rated. Well, maybe we should start with the lower.
Let's start with 5 first.
I'm sure y'all probably know what the best one was by our expressions, but there were 2 that tied for 3, but let's pick our least favorite was the Key West Cuban Cafe and Coffee Shop. That was...
Which is consistent with what the internet said, because that was on our list at the bottom from the internet ratings as well.
So that was their 5th rated. And then what would be next would be, they tied for 3rd. Kermit's, which is very popular. It's just right by the cruise port. And Blue Heaven, which it's a little harder to find, but those were rated 1 and 2 on the internet. Those were...
We tied those for 3rd. As we had already explained during when we were eating them, Kermit's was good, very sour. It's a solid key lime pie, but it wasn't anything different than what we could get at home.
Yeah. Blue Heaven, really cute atmosphere to the place, but it was heavier, and all of that meringue just seemed kind of silly. Mm-hmm. So that just took away from it, and a little different consistency. So, that wasn't our favorite. Next best, which was originally our best, because it was our first stop, was Moondog
Cafe and Bakery.
Yeah, that was a really cute place. Really, the staff were overwhelmed.
It was very good. And honestly, the top 2 could probably go back and forth. We could flip-flop them maybe a little bit. I liked the crust, I think, the graham cracker crust at Moondog Cafe and Bakery a little bit better than the number 1 spot. Barely, only because it was a little bit crispier. And the number 1 was a little bit softer, but they were still both very, very good.
Yeah, it was, very slim difference between the 2. It was hard to decide which one was the top, but it's just we liked the atmosphere of both places. The staff at both places were superb, but number 1, as you've seen, is the Kaya Island Eats. Even though they were rated towards the bottom of the list.
Yes, they were like right above the Key West Cuban coffee shop on the internet. Maybe it is just because it was a lighter pie for us. It was not super sweet, not super tart. It was literally right in the middle. And it had a great consistency.
And it was the presentation. It wasn't like here's a box with some pie in it. It wasn't prepackaged in a little plastic container.
Yeah, I think Kermit's is so commercialized. I think that's the reason why because they're right off the cruise port and right in the downtown area, they have a lot of foot traffic, and they don't want to take the time to just cut a piece of pie and hand it to you. It's not a bakery. It is a store. Not as quaint as any of the other places.
So, in our opinion, if you only had one place to get key lime pie in Key West, would be the Kaya Island Eats.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a relaxed, non-commercial place, just like the Moondog Cafe and Bakery. But the consistency was superb, and the flavor and the presentation. You can't go wrong with Moondog as well if you want to dine there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That looked like a really quaint place, a little indoor seating, a little outdoor seating, but the outdoor seating was really cute with the umbrellas and all that.
The Kaya Island Eats is located at 618 Duval Street.
Yeah, and Moondog Cafe and Bakery is 823 Whitehead Street. That one, that's a quaint, looks kind of more Key West of the two. It's what you would picture vintage building. You can't go wrong with either. But as far as we're concerned, if you were just getting the pie, Pie Island Eats is the best.
So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you liked this video. It's probably going to be a little longer than some of our other videos. However, just, give us a thumbs up and please subscribe.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming along with us on another adventure. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and click the like button. Until next time, keep living the wonderful life.